Hello Taurus, welcome to your Quickie. Let's get started with your oracles. From Spirit of the Animal Oracle, as your animal totem, you've pulled the card of the Eagle, which speaks about mastery, being on a spiritual journey, letting go of the past, and gaining wisdom. Now, if Eagle comes into your life, and this week this is your spirit animal totem, it's about a new vision emerging, a new beginning. It may be that you'll start to understand situations with sharp discernment and be gifted with sight, swiftness, precision, just like the eagle. To accept this totem is to embrace heightened spiritual growth. So with this one as your guide, it's about mastering creative forces in the world, to soar above problems and adversity. Now, from the Hedge Witch Botanical Oracle, you've pulled the card of resourcefulness, and this speaks about the huckleberry plant. And the huckleberry plant is very resourceful because it grows in places that are very inhospitable. It's also one of the first plants to emerge from forest fires as new growth. And it's one of the only plants that survived the eruption of Mount St. Helens, the volcano there in Washington. So resourcefulness means finding ways to turn adversity into opportunity, like the huckleberry. Very much an energy here of taking what you have and using it to its greatest potential. So I really liked this energy of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness coming from adversity and mastering it in order to take charge, take back control like the eagle, and use it in order to bring about not only your own spiritual growth, but those around you as well. So Taurus, lovely energy for you. Let's get into your reading. I've already meditated on your energy, so let's cut the cards and we will focus in on the past energy, present, the near future, your advice or your best path to follow, what's happening around you that is currently affecting your decisions, hopes and fears, the potential outcome, and what this reading is about. Let's take a look at your overall energy. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, it seems like you're focusing more on practical matters. So what I'm getting around this is that there is a focus on focus on your future comfort, material gain, having what you need in life. Very much an energy here on not only just money, of course it does speak about that kind of abundance, but it's also more about having a lot and it being enough. Not wanting more or needing more. Now, when it comes to the past energy, you've got the High Priestess. Okay. So with this one here, Taurus, it seems like you have already started the work. I do feel that there's an energy around this of you learning from experience, gaining wisdom from something that you've been through, which seemed to be a challenge. Now, I can't help but think with that High Priestess there that this is you starting your spiritual journey. And there's an energy around this of being more open to your intuition, to that inner guide. When we're younger, we don't have a fully developed intuition. But I feel like that now that there's some maturity, I feel like I'm speaking to someone who has some maturity about them. They've already been through a certain amount of struggles in their life, and they've gained that wisdom. They've gained that knowledge, and now they have it in their back pocket here. I feel like the High Priestess in this case is like you having this knowledge in your back pocket to draw from. Now, in the current energy, you've got the Hermit in reverse, another spiritual card. So very much an energy of you being on this spiritual journey to abundance. And I love that energy for you, Taurus, I really do. But it's going to take you being resourceful and using everything that you have available to you. The Hermit in reverse. I do get this energy of you being almost ready. Some of you may be at the point of being ready, others of you, you're almost there. In terms of you having already done the work you need to learn from whatever this adversity was in your life. Learning enough from it and then being able to let it go and move on. Rather than keep thinking, keep overanalyzing, trying to glean more from something. I get the sense that you're thinking that right now, that maybe there's something more that you need to know, but I get the sense that you've already learned, or you already have in your hands what you need to get out of this. And now there's this energy of you, either you're moving on now or you should be moving on now. It's time. It's like you've gone into your spiritual cave here, metaphorically. You've thought about things, you've analysed the situation. Well, now it's time to stop the analysis. Now, in the near future, Taurus, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I love that card for you because it's, of course, a symbol of good luck, good fortune, card of Jupiter. It can also talk about karma, karmic cycles. So again, I get this sense of you needn't have to keep this going in your head. You needn't keep reliving this. Again, I feel like you've learned all you can from this, and there's nothing more to be gained from thinking about it. Now, when it comes to your advice or your best path to follow, you've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's been slow movement here. Things have taken their time in this spiritual journey. You've taken your time. But I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. I think that you needed this time. I think the main thing about this is not to have it keep going around in your mind here. Now, around you, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a nurturing type of person, could be a spouse, or even a mother. We have an earth sign. So around here is an energy of someone who is grounded. There's a stability around this person, security. This is a person who takes care of herself, male or female, and those around her. It's a very comforting type of person, and I also get this energy that this is the type of person that you can go to for practical advice. There's an energy here of someone who has your best interests at heart, especially as it relates to what's going to pay off for you long term with this Ten of Pentacles. Now, when it comes to your hopes and fears, you've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So for you, I feel you're hoping to let go of something that you've been holding on to for a long time. You know, I did get this energy around the eagle totem, that there was something that you needed to let go of so that you can soar. It's like you're being tethered to the ground by something here, Taurus. You're being tethered and you want to let it go. It's either something that you cease to value or something that ceases to value you. In any case, it's valueless. So it's time. It's time to let whatever it is that you've been holding on to and that's been preventing you from reaching these new heights, it's time to let it go. It's time for you to see this from a broader perspective. Recognize that you don't have to keep having this cycle go over and over in your mind with the wheel. And you've already done the reflection, you've done enough work on this to have gleaned what you can from it. And it's time now to come out of that metaphorical cave let this go, whatever's been tethering you to the ground here, and move on. Because I get that whatever you have around you right now, you have the resources, everything you need in order to soar high, to reach this higher mindedness, this next level kind of energy. So whatever it is that's tethering you, that's what needs to be let go of. And with the Eight of Swords in the outcome, yeah, I see what's tethering you, and it's your thoughts. And it's thoughts that trap us, that inner narrative, negative inner narrative. But of course with the Eight of Swords, it's self-sabotaging behaviour, because these swords are actually, you can see this woman here, she can slip out in between these swords. The spaces are wide enough for her to just slip through. If she took the blindfold off and saw that she could actually move through, but she's like she's blinded to this possibility by these mental thoughts. So for you, it seems to be about releasing these thoughts that are keeping you tethered here, Taurus. Let's take a look at the outcome. I want to get some clarifiers. Let's take a look. We have the Page of Pentacles. So with this one, it tells me that there is an opportunity around you if you choose to seize it. Now, it's something that's just starting, just getting off the ground. And I do feel that there is a sense of starting over, starting from scratch, that clean slate. It's there if you want it, Taurus. And I feel it has a lot to do with possibly, for some of you, using what you've gained from this adversity you've just been through in order to bring about abundance in your life. It's like actually manifesting. For some of you, it's about money. For others of you, it's just good fortune. And that can be not only money, but also just the energy that you get from people that you help who may be going through the same kind of experience. It's that kind of thing. So I see that there's this opportunity around you. It's new. It's there. If you take off this blindfold and remove these thoughts, these swords, it's sitting right there. Let's take a look at another outcome card here for you, Taurus. The Four of Swords. Yeah, there's that energy again of quieting your mind so that you can find that clarity. I think that that's what's required here. Now, this may be through meditation, maybe just walking in nature, free from distractions, free from those negative thoughts. To really think things through from, I feel, a practical level, with an eye on what's going to be giving you a strong foundation for the future. What's going to make you feel successful? Instead of feeling a lack, how are you going to bring about abundance into your life? Well, I feel it's you spending some time, but I also get this energy that you're almost, I can't help but think that you're almost out of that. You're in the midst of doing this work right now, Taurus, to release yourself from this negative inner narrative about whatever you've just struggled with. But you're almost out of that. I see it clearly. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, you're almost there. You've survived this. And how you've survived it will end up being helpful in some way. It's like you're using the wisdom that you've gained from surviving this experience to not only get yourself to a place where you feel content, like you have good things in your life, that you have enough, and you don't desire more. But there's also this feeling of being able to harness that wisdom in order to inspire. So you are a survivor, Taurus. And I think that you're almost, I keep getting this energy that you're almost ready to be this eagle and master this. So I want to leave you with that eagle mastery. It's a spiritual journey. I see it very clearly. You're being asked to let go of something that is no longer valuable to you and is of no value to you. You've already learned what you needed to learn from this. You have someone around you who is a stable force. They may be offering advice or just a helpful person. You don't need to keep going around and around in your mind here with any negative thoughts, because I get that there's an opportunity here that has a lot of potential for prosperity and growth. As long as you can quiet the negative inner narrative and focus instead on your survival instincts, that you've gotten through this and that you have wisdom to impart to others because of what you've just been through. So I'm going to get one more oracle here for the outcome, and I want to get a, I want to get a traveler, a sacred traveler. So let's get a traveler oracle, because it's definitely a spiritual journey here. What's the message for Taurus? Message for Taurus. What's the message for Taurus? Okay. Okay, you have the card of you are exactly where you need to be. So this one does speak about you being in where you are right now is where you're always supposed to end up. It seems like whatever this is that you went through, it was karmic, and it was in order for you to learn something important so that you can be where you are right now doing what you're doing. Preparing, if this page is an opportunity, preparing to do what you do. And I can't help but think that you're using what you've been through in order now to impart some energy into the world which is going to be of assistance, of help, which is fantastic, Taurus, you know. And I think you needed to go through this in order to be at this place right now. And in order to be in that position where you're now of assistance to others that are going through the same kind of thing. So I'm going to leave you with that, Taurus, and wish you all the best. If you'd like to check out the rest of my channel, I've just put up my new March readings. Those are the in-depth readings that I do on love and relationships. So please check that out. And I thank you again, and I will see you very soon. If you'd like a personal reading as well, my email is below in the descriptions box. It's gypsyinsights@gmail.com. So wishing you the best here, Taurus, and bye for now.